Justin was dodging the cold sores. You guys, oh my God. Blake had cold sores on the set of It Ends With Us, and Justin was dodging, making out with her, dodging, kissing her. You guys, this is all alleged, of course.
So I go away for a week, and Andy over at Popcorn Planet decides to act up and drop this. And the crazy thing, he texted me while I was gone. I'm sure he has so much going on with his documentary, which if you guys have not signed up and to support him on that, he'll give these details in here. But when I came back and I saw this, and when he texted me, it was about some other stuff he was trying to get done. And so he probably didn't know that I didn't know this. But when I say I was so shocked to learn this information, I'm going to play you what Andy had to say, and then I'm going to go back to that TikTok and what this woman had to say about it. But I'm just like, what is going on? Blake Lively had lip herpes, an active outbreak of lip herpes during the filming of It Ends With Us, allegedly. This is coming from a crew member, which he'll talk about. And I'm not shaming anyone who has cold sores or lip herpes. It's not your fault. You can't help it. But I'm sorry. For you to be filming a movie and an intimate scenes where you're getting paid millions of dollars, and we know all that she's done, okay? Like we don't have to go there where she wants to take over the movie, but you can't even fix your ass to go take over your cold sores and get you some Valtrex. Ma'am, it's egregious. So if you have an active outbreak, you can spread that to other people. You need to go to the doctor and take care of yourself. And you would think this A-list, okay, we know it's Z-list at this point, actress. She was never A-list. Let's be clear here. Anyone is gaslighting like she's ever done anything great or her performances are great. Delusion. But for you to do all that you did and plan all this stuff and do all this stuff to Justin Baldoni, but you couldn't even take your butt down to the clinic, call the doctor, whoever. You are a millionaire. Your husband's a millionaire. You on red carpets. You're supposed to be some fashion queen, and you can't take medication so that that's not there when you have a job to perform. And again, this isn't shaming anyone who has this, but it's about responsibility. And it's so gross to want someone to kiss you, let alone someone you're in a, like, that's not your actual partner, to want to kiss you while you're filming a movie. I mean, and then the idea that Justin Baldoni was sexually harassing you when you got open cold sores on your mouth. Ma'am, let me play what Andy had to say, and then let's just get through it, y'all. We got to get through it.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. It ends with a prescription. I saw that comment. Today's topic was about Anna Kendrick, but during the show, I did reveal some crew drama I heard, some tea, if you will. And the fans, the viewers, stepped up. And so I shared it, and I thought I got to make this recap from today's live about that as well. Because, yes, I've been talking to crew. I've been talking to the crew. Now, we're going to talk about the Anna Kendrick in a minute, but as our recap here, I want to summarize the most important stuff from the show. And I was late today on the live because I'm on the phone with crew members. I'm trying to secure more and more crew members for our documentary, It Ends With Justice, which you guys can still become an investor on. Check out the store. I'll make sure it's up in the pinned comment. You can become an investor in the store, and that you'll have your name in the credits. You'll get the shirt, the sticker pack, and most importantly, you'll be supporting us getting this project done. And this weekend, I am planning to go to New York, New Jersey, Jersey City, Newark area. If you're out there and you got a location we can use for our interview, drop me a DM, please. But we're going to be this weekend because I've been speaking to crew. Sorry for all the preamble. As I was speaking to the crew, I'm hearing a ton of stories. I'm trying to get intel, whether they're going to speak on the record or off the record. I'm just trying to fill my brain with people who are on that set to give me a vibe of what that set was like. And trust me, I'm going to report much better and bigger as we get closer in the doc and as I get more people to speak to me. But one crew member I spoke to gave me a little bit of tea today that I realized I should share with you guys. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily put this in the documentary, but it's tea and it's weird. And it was all stemmed from this picture. And the crew tea is this. I was told by a crew member that it wasn't like Justin creepily trying to get on Blake. If anything, Justin was attempting to avoid Blake. Why? Well, according to this crew member, and again, allegedly from this crew member, who I do believe is, I can vouch this was a crew member, they told me Justin was avoiding Blake because she had seemingly sores around her mouth and he didn't want to get them on his mouth, and they had to do kissy scenes, and they were attempting to cover up and block it with makeup. But, that still caused Justin and other crew to sort of realize, oof, he's got to do it. What's he going to do? Is he going to do it? It became sort of a part of it. And the professional and pro that he is, he did. But sorely that can't be true. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I will say this is from a legit crew member on set. I can't give you more specifics because I'm still trying to get all this. I'll try to get this person to at least share it in their story. But there you go. That's some gross tea from the set of It Ends With Us, allegedly. I will say there's a lot more coming. And I'm currently in the midst of trying to get them to feel comfortable, because I don't want anybody in this documentary that doesn't want to be there and doesn't understand the stakes. I'm being as transparent and honest as I can. It's a risk. And I will tell you, a lot of these crew members are terrified of Blake and Ryan. It's incredibly frustrating for a woman who claims to be, the victim here and, standing against the bully of the director. The crew seems to have a lot of other thoughts. And it's weird to me that they're all so scared to come forward. They're all scared, not because of Justin or Wayfair, but I'll tell you, they're scared of Blake and Ryan blacklisting them in Hollywood. And that's crazy. These aren't people who are like Team Justin, rah, rah. Yeah, my man, I got to support him no matter what. These are regular crew members who are struggling, trying to keep gigs, who are losing gigs in this current Hollywood status, and don't want to share the story, but are afraid to share the story because of the wrath of Blake and Ryan. Let that settle for a minute. What does that tell you? That's wrong. And so thankfully, a lot of crew members are stepping up regardless and are going to speak to us. And I'm excited and I'm grateful. Some of them may speak to us where we'll transcribe it and then we'll have someone else reenact it, but we'll make that clear in the documentary when that happens. But I think it's all part of it. And tell me if that would bother you. But while some are going to show their faces, some I'm going to make clear they were too terrified to show their face. So we had to reenact it. But these are their words unedited. Tell me I'm not wrong. Wouldn't you rather have that than nothing or just some text on the screen? So that's currently what we're juggling. We're in the midst of it. I'll be in Jersey City. It looks like this weekend now. We got 2 crew members confirmed, and then a few other people that we're prepping and getting in there while we're there. But that's the tea for now. That's what's happening on the set. Meanwhile, at the Another Simple Favor premiere.
Okay, so there you have it about the tea, which is interesting, not just about her having lip herpes during the filming, and this is coming from her crew members, but then how they're all afraid to speak out. Justin Baldoni, big bad Justin Baldoni, as Blake Lively wants to claim, or he's a predator, as Ryan Reynolds wants to claim, but yet they're all afraid of them. And we know that, guys. Like we know the BS, we know the lies, but it is just outrageous that all the claims that they've made and her alleging sexual harassment and the crew saying he wanted to avoid her. I mean, the things that Justin Baldoni has not said, that shows how good of a man he is, because this could have come out. He could have let this out a long time ago, but instead they don't have it in a lawsuit. They don't make any claims. He hasn't put it out there. And it took Andy investigating and talking to these people who are afraid to speak out, that finally letting this tea spill. And I think it's atrocious that people are so afraid of Ryan Reynolds and these Hollywood machines. These people are like, crew members are not these, illustrious Holly weirdos. They are just basic people that are doing work and trying to provide for their families, like he said. And if they make a wrong move, if they say anything, they will be blackballed, they will be blacklisted, and they will not be able to work again. Like, imagine telling the truth will be enough to destroy your life, to take away your career or your job. And I think it's just sickening. But I will leave a link to Andy's to the documentary. Like I said, it's still in production, but he can use all the support that he can get because it's very expensive to do these things. He flew out to LA. He's brought in different people. As you said, it's this weekend right now. He is in New Jersey. That's what he hit me up about. New Jersey, New York. He was asking me some things. And so he's already there, but he has to travel and do all of, the editing and getting people to reenact, actors, all of that. So if you want to support him, because we know these documentaries that have come out, there's been several of them. They're not documentaries. They're just hit pieces on Justin Baldoni. They don't tell the truth. They don't tell the details. It's just fluff pieces, just like the Time 100 and every other article and thing we've seen to support Blake and to gaslight us into believing that she's some true victim when we know absolutely she's not. But anyway, let me show you the rest of this one's clip because she actually has the pictures there. I am not going to blow it up too big because it's like, but if you go and look at it, you can see like there's like a patch or whatever that they try to use, and you can see kind of the outline of it. It's just really, it's so irresponsible and grotesque. There are no words anymore, honestly.
Andy from Popcorn Planet has been working on a documentary about the movie, and Moonlight Receipts in the Instagram post about this said an inside source told Andy in the interview if anyone didn't want to kiss anyone, it was Justin dodging Blake. Why? Allegedly cold sores. Word on set was Blake had visible lip herpes that had the crew whispering, worried, and makeup scrambling, allegedly. Apparently, they tried everything, makeup, lighting, editing, tricks, but insiders say Justin was doing all he could to dodge kissing scenes. But since he's a professional, he did what he had to do after investing millions and years into this movie. And I got this tidbit from a follower of mine, Fellow Sleuth. You guys should go follow Moonlight Receipts.
Okay, so I just wanted to just finish playing that. I got to remember to link her TikTok below, but I will be definitely linking Andy's. But I want to show you guys this real quick. I want to show you this because I just like Googled how to fix cold sores, right? As you can see, you don't even have to go to the doctor. You can get herpes meds in under 3 hours. Okay. You can get same day Valtrex treatment. There's multiple places. Cold sore prescription in 1 to 2 hours. Cold sore eliminator. This is just if you want something over the counter. I don't know how well it works. Just $8 per outbreak. FDA approved for cold sores. Like, this is a woman of means. She can take care of her cold sores. And now there's all these Reddit people in Reddit. They're talking about their like how they fix their cold sores, but then there's also people in Reddit talking about Blake Lively's cold sores and all of that. Guys, did you hear about this information? I just can't believe. I think this is a game changer. And I'm wondering if this is a reason or could be possibly one of the reasons why she didn't want her medical records to come out. I think there's more. One of her lawyers said, I think this lawyer's no longer on the case. They left. But they talked about how that she has extensive mental health issues, something along those lines, when they didn't want her medical records to come out, and they were saying she has extensive mental health issues. Okay, I believe that, but I also believe that what else is going on that Blake Lively has with this medical condition, and they know that she has these cold sores. Did she think that like no one noticed? Did no one say anything to her, or did she think this wouldn't come out until trial, or no one would say? I don't know, but like the audacity to claim sexual harassment as though all these men just want Blake Lively, and you got this open sores on your mouth, and I mean. Justin Baldoni, guys, he is stronger than we ever thought. Like we know what he was going through to some extent, but I think there's more. I think there's more secrets, just like this one coming out that he has kept close to the vest because he's a stand-up guy, because he's a good man, because he's not out to embarrass her or do a smear campaign. And that actually shows how he didn't do a smear campaign, because if he wanted to, couldn't his team put this out? Couldn't they get that out there into the press, or through forums or TikTok? Like if it was a real smear campaign, we would have heard about this last year. We would have heard about this during the filming. But I think this adds credence even more to his claim that she did this to herself. And I want to there's so much I have to catch up on, guys. I was on vacation, like I said, all this stuff came out. So I may be rehashing some old tea. I may come out with some new stuff, but I just have to react to it. If you want to follow along, make sure you are subscribed and hit the notification bell. It ends with vowel tracks, guys. It ends with vowel tracks. If you got open sores in your mouth, boo-boo, you are gross. You need to get that taken care of, especially if you are supposed to be kissing someone. And I wonder if she was just trying to spread it to him. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ugh.